What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Root. So I'm going to review a demo album more or less by Kesha within these type pitches here. Basically, this particular product is called Bitchin around, and it came out somewhere in 2009. Now, the pitch about here, as far as these aspects that happen amongst it, the hit fair amongst these products, the fact that Kesha came onto the scene initially within these products, so like early 2010 with the hit album Animal, as far as these figures going to happen. It was actually immediately in 2010, as Wikipedia says, the Animal came out basically January 1st of 2010. So pitch like that right from the get-go. The 2010s hit type appeals like that as far as these pitching goes, excellent type appeals. But yeah, Kesha was particularly around and like kind of in like the wings of the scene, the in-between type airs and pitch like that. She was on a song with Flo Rida off of his 2009 album Roots, pitch like that. I think it was right around pitch like that. So that was some of the hit type phrases. So Kesha was mildly kind of around in the 2000s, pitch like that, crafting like her album, pitch like that. The hit type phrase just on top of that. Hit type phrase on top of that, she had some leftover type demo songs with pitches, good flourish of like the particular upkeep of like the initial hit type phrase that were popping off with particularly the Animal type run sense that pitches. Kind of aspects of some of these hit type appeals. So similar to Lady Gaga and folks like that, and Adam Lambert sense that folks, but then these have pitches. It was kind of the phrase that a bunch of these particular tracks that were compiled around this time is a good, nice phrase that Kesha had as many songs as she did. And this particular album has good, fair amongst this album is there's some good leftover type hits off this album that has plenty of type fairs within pitches as far as saying, talking about the phrase, as far as like the aspect of an Animal kind of fair. Just saying that the Animal particular album within these pitches was really only Animal from 2010 was 14 songs pitched like that, and there were 20 songs on here, and out of the 21 songs that are actually on the Bitchin around album pitched like that, 20 of them are new within these type pitches that aren't on other projects. Now Kesha has compiled some of these type ones. Searching hard enough, you can find some of these type ones. Apparently Kesha has made like a particular Kesha has made like a degree of a project, possibly called like there's like a particular it's like a pseudo type project called Sweetener, songs pitched like that, some hit type phrase that might be like a low key type collection of Kesha type songs. So with the pitch, I could and look it up, but I don't want this full-blown spoil type things. So the other Kesha type phrase, so pitch like that is the hit type phrase for us. But the aspect kind of within these products, this is some leftover type product from like Kesha from the 2009, 2008, 2010 days, pitch like that. So it has these hit type appeals. Just collectives of further type phrase from those particular days. That aspect of hit songs like Take It Off, blah blah blah, and particular. Songs like TikTok, Take It Off, and blah blah blah, some of the days, and also the pitch of talking about tunes from like the later on, which was going to happen album, which was Cannibal as far as this physical album. So excellent type fair within pitch like that, hit type phrase. This is Kesha back in like her more like gin type product type fair and pitch like that. And I'm not saying as if full bound, but the kind of pitch this it's not a full-bound transformation within pitch. Like the old Kesha is not as around pitch like that, but it's kind of fair amongst like the more recent type times when pitches like that. Kesha kind of gained some composition with some things like that. It's not like she didn't have in the past, but just the more kind of sludge and Vegas sleaze type factor of Kesha's from some of those type days, but like the particular aspects of very similar to like the drink-centric and prone typeness, like the Millionaires, particularly Melissa and Allison Green pitch like that, some of those type starlets and particular pitches of like crunkcore type folk like Jeffree Star and Adam Lambert pitch like that, Lady Gaga in there, Cinema Bizarre sense that folks like that. Just a good spell of some of these particular type folks. Then the aspects for us like the blistering typeness kind of the pitch as far as saying that particular style amongst things between like probably about 2007 about 2012 2014 or so pitches like that got swashed aside eventually within those aspects. Was the hit type deal. This is prime Kesha within these type of ordeals. She does have a further prime past like 2015 2017. But yeah, within the spell it's just kind of two eras of Kesha within some type of aspects, kind of two mountains here. Some the pitch when you think of like the 2009-2011 Kesha pitch like that had some of her capital type hits where she was a mainstream everyday. That particular era, I pretty much covered most of those particularly kind of covered most of those particular type ones from the 2009 to 2014 era Kesha pitch like that's the hit type phrase. There's only probably there's one particular review that's not going to surface until I need to kind of compile and get that one sorted, but there's actually 7 Kesha reviews I've done. This is the 6th one that's going to surface, but there's further type pitches of what's been particularly happened. I did it in 2025 pitch like that, so some hit type phrase, but that's going to surface eventually. But within pitches, some of that phrase may not be till 2027, but we're going to try to get and try to speed things up, pitch like that. So some hit type appeals, part of the same with the aspects. The other pillar of Kesha would be the post 2017, the Rainbow Era forward to Kesha, pitch like that. So some hit type aspects with that. And start getting to some of those catalog of phrases as well within pitches. But it's kind of the phrase as far as saying paying attention towards it. It's just the aspects as far as saying some of these type ones. The 2017 for folks who don't, is full by no within the pitch. The 2010 Kesha is more within the aspect of more kind of LMFAO like and Lil Jon like pitches like that in the particular phrase. So like crunk core, folks within like Snap Crackle Pop and MySpace type flare pitch like that, hit that phrase, just throwback definitely within a sense. Particular 2017 4 is more within the pitch of more Instagram centric, more within the pitch. It just has kind of not to say full bound more composition, but just kind of the phrase just is more regulated to like everyday type within the aspect of like mainstream type fair pitch like this. So this kind of aspect is kind of less kind of glitz past like the hours of like 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. pitch like this. So this is the phrase, it's more daytime type shot, SFW typeness, more presentable for like weekday and blase pitch like that. But it's not as if it's dull. It's not the pitch. It's not later air catch not being good. But pitch like that. So it's bulky. It's a good hit type phrase pitch like that. This album gets a 10 out of 10 with Sundays to pitches. Now within the fairs, I don't think Kesha's Full Bound gives a damn with Sundays to pitches about downloading Sundays to ones, considering a lot of these have been up on YouTube for the past 16, 17, 18 years. Pitch like that's a hit type phrase as far as saying the aspect among some of these. I think some of these are at least somewhat on Kesha's YouTube pitch like that, but it's probably within the fray. I'd say if they're not on a collective type product, it's probably within the okay as much more or less to download Sundays to ones. This one pitch, it's not. Considering there's never been like a home body of work. Nowadays within certain type of fashions, you might be able to catch a couple of these in like the Animal Deluxe editions that have been released, re-released like the 10th anniversary editions and further pitch like that. But the hit type aspects as far as saying something to pitches, it shouldn't be too much of a large deal downloading something to ones, was kind of pitch. I just pay attention like the fray, just which particular type ones, just do the research pitch like that. But yeah, this album gets 10 out of 10 pitch like that. The hit type aspects when tones. The only song I'm not going to talk about out of these 21 songs is Dala, which is basically another name for the song TikTok pitch like that, considering this album came out before Animal in 2010, so afraid that was the original name for it. But other than that, this album gets 10 out of 10. It's all 20 songs pitched like that. There's some hit type ones off here, sends the pitches, so one of which would particularly be Paris Hilton's Closet as far as these first going to happen. It's like a grand and hitting kind of crunk core 2000s kind of time waste to get towards here and dick around as far as these first going to happen. Just that would fares like VH1 bids on sends the pitch. So it's kind of the product, some of those type ones, definitely from like the millionaires and just more scene chick type days pitch like that. Some of those type ones with the bow in their hair pitch like that sends the phrase. It's kind of real glammed out, hot topic type fair. It's kind of pitch of that particular product of what Paris Hilton would have probably been on television every day back in 2006, 2010, fairs like that. So it's kind of the pitch as far as saying it's letting the music videos roll, this YouTube kind of phrase within that throwback type sense. It's very meme centric, some of those type product, just standard know you're being pitched like that. Feels like millionaires should show up on that song at any point. Some of those type pitches. Other type pitches amongst it. One of which, Secret Weapons, the hitting type ones, like a good alt surf and post hour kind of break free to get towards here. Grab like nachos and Sundays for gal pitch like that. Nachos for yourself. Get some spicy type ones with jalapenos. Sundays for gal pitch like that. Just long day kind of check in and fairs like that. It's kind of the touch base. Definitely some of those type vibes. This is a throwback type one with the pitch, like within the particular phrase for nowadays type fashion. Thinking to MGK. Thinking of MGK of albums like Tickets to My Downfall and Mainstream Sellout pitch like that, but some of this type of aspects very much within the aesthetic the way Avril Lavigne kind of was throughout like the 2010s and late 2000s pitch like that. Some of the ones is kind of it's Avril Lavigne on Her the Best Damn Thing type vibes pitch like that. It's a hit type feels. It's one of those good nice ones. This feels ripped out of 2006 or 2008. Some of the fairs feels like getting ready to hit up like a skate park and pitch like that, hit type phrase. Paper Airplane's a nice one. It's like a quality Lady Gaga and Adam Lambert type synth dark. Paper Airplane's a nice type one. It's like a quality Lady Gaga and Adam Lambert type synth darkness to get towards here. Just zone hard, definitely pitch like that. Get crunk, definitely some fairs of that in your system. Just check in with Diva as far as these pitch comes. So this aspect for us saying within the product, more within the phrase as far as saying paying attention. This is kind of a swirling type one kind of within the product where the tear up would be pretty vicious. It's kind of the fairs of some of those type ones. And say check in, that's more within the health check type fair as far as paying attention. Wondering if particular miss in mine's not within like the 7th, 8th, 10th shot. Sounds like it's kind of the product of just or where you're at right now, since the pitch is kind of amongst this, the hit type feel as far as like the aspect of kind of like getting hammered, pitch like that, but also just afraid, just paying attention to like the composition, just enjoying, just marinate a bit. Some of these stuff here is not get rickety, but kind of pace yourself. Just kind of a slow groove type hit, kind of embellish good pitch like that. Heart Fallout's a nice one with these aspects as well. It's like an excellent kind of 2010s highlight to get here. An EDM type usual bang within pitch like that. This Animal outtake definitely feels like, along with a lot of these, pretty hooky within aspects like that. Just a red hot type one. These are some of these type pitches, like familiar type fare, like Kesha, like TikTok, and fares like that. Definitely pitch. Plenty of good hooks on here within these aspects. This pretty dynamo type album within these type pitches. Kesha is pretty good within like these aspects, like the sing-songiness. It's definitely appeal. Just getting like 20 free songs in these type pitches, or for the most part. For the most part, kind of free pitch like that. The ordeal as far as just playing these type ones that work as like outtakes within the hit type fray, like Animal and some type ones like that. So it's kind of appeal. Some of these type ones feel like ones that could probably pop up on radio within certain type senses with extra type fares. Good pitches like that. Disgusting's the nice ones. This one's pretty similar to Paris Hilton's Closet. Good pitch like that. It's like a bang kind of BOTDF and dot. Disgusting's like a bang kind of BOTDF and dot curve kind of 2000s MySpace claim to get towards here pitch like that. This Homestead kind of drinks and Homestead kind of drinks pitch like that. This kind of messy home since the pitch amongst the fray. Just like traditional kind of 2000s type fits pitch like that. This good nice fair kind of more Homestead type fair to court miss within products like that. So this kind of fray of this, not necessarily going to like the scene and the embellish and pitch like that. It's kind of fray of this. Enjoying like the fray of like more kind of enjoying more like the fray of local type fair pitch like that. Good nice to court and pitch like that. Josh as far as these first guys, so this kind of pitch. I can see why you didn't go out tonight pitch like that since the price amongst this kind of hit type feel, but the aspects as far as saying some type aspects. It's good nice fair. It's kind of within, it's kind of the pitch of this traditional type. It's kind of pitch of just like Instagram type days, pitch like that from back in like 2010s type fair and 2000s type fair, pitch like that, MySpace type fair, pitch like that, amongst those type phrase that just posted up with some Moscato and pitches like that, sends type phrase amongst the aspect. Get hella crunk, bust a move, good pitch like that amongst these hit type phrase, good pitch like that. Butterscotch is a hitting type one as well. Good aspects here is like an excellent kind of emocore and millionaire style kind of pink swag to get towards here. Just Glam Night definitely sends the pitches. It's kind of a fluid type one, pretty showy. Good taste. The aspects of Kesha having some of that phrase as well. This femme show stops as far as these pitches go. Definitely with her and her pals pitch like that. This gal and them some of the type pitches. This gal and them some of those type pitches amongst it within the hit type phrase as far as paying attention like the product to like particular kind of showiness and. Good nice femme show stops as far as these pitch guy. Good traditional kind of snow bunny type turn up within pitch like that as far as these pitch guy. Just the particular just post up and pitch like that amongst these hit type phrase kind of get towards the aspect. Then the particular fair hit type collect for the evening as far as those pitch guys aspects like that as far as the particular pitch can goes. Just fraternized type fair good pitch like that amongst like the late shift type fray. 2000s kind of socialite type fair pitch like that hit type aspects within pitch first and other type ones in these aspects, particularly Run Devil Runs, the hitting type ones like a good buzz single and promo / commercial kind of sound off to get towards here. Just Adam Lambert kind of put it down type fair. So it's definitely one of those type ones. It's one of those ones like for your entertainment pitch like that. It's kind of like an Eminem kind of My Name Is type fairs pitch like that amongst these hit type phrases. Just the aspect of really kind of an electro and kind of dance club type sense. This introduction type fairs. It's kind of one of those type ones that would pop up on like a television type commercial when selling a product, just to get like these Skechers shoes or something like that, selling stuff phrases pitch like that. Just one of those hooky type ones aspects like that. Good nice phrase. Yeah, this has a good aspect amongst selling stuff phrases, good pitch like that. Buzzbot percussion, that initial type noise pitches amongst it. 7 a.m.'s a hitting type one as well as the ravenous and sleek kind of turn up and groove fit to get towards here. Just get crunk, definitely 2010 seat. I'd have to say what you bout with Miss as far as these players gonna have just good pitch like that. Just definitely seeing what you bout since the pitch amongst it. This main pack going some of these stuff as far as like the phone trade off pitch like that. Just kind of seeing the fray. Not as if it has to be ballistic dancing the whole full time pitch like that. Seeing what's up with Know Your Main since the products within the recent Then the recent Triophone type fair pitch like that. It's real good synthy type 1, excellent type flair within these pitches like that. This probably should have been on like an album by Kesha easily within pitches like that. Just to hit that for like a good dance jingle and pitch like that. Some of those good nice melodies and hit type phrase like that, excellent pitches. You're freaking me out. It's nice as well. Good nice pitch here. It's like an out in the day pro and weekday kind of romp to get towards here. What up, miss? Fairs like that. Seeing what's up with it. It's been a spell within since the products pitch like that to split some ribs. Good fares like that. Prime ribs. Some of those type prices pick up like some quick barbecue. Definitely if it's McRib season, so the fair's picking up one of those. Good pitch like that. Just definitely awed by miss. Some of the pitches just definitely stay within those products way. Particular gal saying you're freaking me out. Definitely the same sort of pitch. I am shocked. I'm awed. Some of this pitch like this kind of afraid, but this. By odd, AWED as far as this pitch kind of, but this I'm awed by you right now, not within, not because of your bod pitches like that, but just hit that field as far as this pitch. Have a good, nice phrase amongst it. There are good, nice ones within these aspects for these pairs going to happen. Crazy Girl's pretty hitting type ones that riled up, kind of TikTok and take it off, kind of priming to get towards here. Just some jump excitement, definitely. I'd say good excellent products amongst it. Just crunk soon, definitely get towards within products. Some of those type primers and pitch like that. Just get the. Have some juniors for miss in the meantime within since the products amongst the junior mints for us. Especially having a good, nice pitch like that. Hit type aspects within those tones for us pitch kind of getting towards like the product likes and turn up and good pitch like that amongst step one. So kind of within pitch, just kind of there's some dance bangs on here, a little bit more energetic within step pitches compared to like particular hit type ones like Paris Hilton's Closet and Disgusting step ones like that, but kind of within pitch of like more within product to kind of conduit type fairs for getting towards that excitement of songs like TikTok and pitch like that. So hit type ones for us like the aspect of yep, it's time to it's it's a homestead type song within those pitches, but has a commercial sheen about it. So it's good, nice pitches. As Kesha was getting that song, getting that developed type sheen pitch like that. It's a hit type aspect as far as the fair is going to have, but paying attention towards that. It's not to say the other songs don't have the developed sheen, but just more within pitch. It just like particular show out type factor with just more localized type sounds good pitch like that hit type phrase. A Bad Girl's Lament is a hitting type one as well. Good aspects here. It's like a bleary but peppy kind of brunch tackle. Get towards here, just half sludge, kind of get around since the pitch amongst it. Just OJ in your system first like that. Kind of the pitch behind it is some more and cheer to kind of have towards mouth. Some more and cheer to kind of have towards gallon pitch like that. So the hit type phrase as far as saying paying attention towards it. So this kind of product saying half sludge pitch like that. It's kind of then product a little bit of tear up in your system, not full bound if you have to dry pitch like that, but just hit that phrase as far as paying attention towards it. It's kind of the aspect of that particular tone of this. These are definitely some throwback type ones, the particular like the Warrior type days, even though this came out 3 years before Warrior pitch like that. So hit that phrase as far as some of those type ones kind of listen to, like the Tuesday kind of McDonald's parking lots and some of the fairs Target parking lots pitch like that amongst those type aspects. There's kind of voicemails for diva pitch like that. Some of those particular type ones is being spastic and kind of on crack type morning cheer that this is real bright and annoying pitch like that, but doing it on purpose. Some type phrase pitch some type aspect. This is kind of the tone of like that candidness. Not normal within the fashion, probably not as candid, but just purposely kind of being grading some type pitch. Is kind of that aspect of dealing with like the Target kind of OJ mornings at 10 a.m. pitch like that when you have a long work spell and pitch like that. Aliens Invading is nice as well as a rock solid kind of dap piff trap wander to get an extra thought within sense that fares this late kind of Waffle House to get towards here pitch like that. Definitely good to simp with miss pitch like that. Definitely hitting kind of commercial dap piff and pitch like that. Sounds that phrase kind of amongst the aspect. This the phrase some of those type ones, but just kind of more in an in-town kind of sense pitch like that. So kind of the aspect within the product of dap piff type mixtape type grease, but without the grustle about it as far as this place. I'm just planning on going to like IHOP or Waffle House and stuff places that'll be open more with the pitch and just kind of post up for a spell sons the pitches, pick up like a $5 bottle of vodka sons the pitch like that, just figure out the fray, getting like some Village in and first like that hit up aspects of the pitch first and sons the products within it. Miss is gonna get some coffees and Waffle House, good pitch like that amongst those sprays, but hit type aspects within it. I think other type ones off here. Slow motion's a nice one. I haven't talked about this one. He has hit type feels like a melting kind of rave club and blackout type aspect to get towards your pitch like that. Just enjoying the night, real nice, good pitch like that. Good. Good hit type Frosty like Skrillex, good pitch as far as these pitches have. You definitely need to sit as far as these pitches have. Just Dio kind of being liking the pitch of particular gals in mind with liking the particular pitch of gals in mind being crotchety and horse as far as these pitch counts with the aspects as far as saying real demolish of a song pitch like that. Diva definitely needs to cool it as far as these pitches have get towards the pitch. Definitely you're going to need to soak your feet pitch like that, hit that phrase. When the aspects part saying something's a pitch amongst it. And also this particular song, Slow Motion, is an electronic kind of demolished type remix, like the very juvenile Slow Motion. So pitch like that is kind of with an R&B type first section type pitch, getting towards a good accent phrase. Stuck Up is nice as well as far as these pitch can go. It's like an out in the wind kind of commerce and traffic kind of blase. Get towards here, just get the bills paid. Definitely pitch like that. Just some real talk spells as far as those. Just some real talk spells as far as this pitch kind of have. So with the aspect, this particular conduct to like the day type fair, just more with like a bustle kind of amongst the good fairs like that. It's within the pitch, so kind of probably like some rope up pitch like that, but it's kind of aspect of throw like a come through type fair in their pitch like that. Pick up like a USB cord for a standard deal or something like the pitch. Now, not just throwing away money. Not just throwing away money rigorously, pitch like that, but just hit type phrase, action type phrase, just come through type fast, just pitch like that. The re-up type phrase, see what's up with a pitch like that. The re-up type phrase, see what's up with it, pitches like that, hit type phrase. But the aspects for saying, paying attention towards it, good pitches. While you're sleeping is nice as well with things, aspects like a quality jury in 2000s kind of Spotify bleed to get towards here, just steamlet and smoke gates for these supposed to have. So within pitch, just cook like tea, fairs like that, something's the pitch. So kind of the aspect is different. Kind of like a pop type slow jam within pitch like that, just hit that phrase for some of these type ones. Kind of with the aspect, the way that Drake and The Weeknd and Tinashe and a bunch of these folks like that would kind of have some of these type ones. No, not within the fray of recommending cigarettes pitch like that, but it's just some smoke type fare within pitch within the aspect, probably smoking like ganja within. Definitely a smoke type fare, but to recommend within these type pitches of talking about like some chronic and like the ganja pitch like this. Some of those type fares to zone out and appreciate like kaleidoscope type fares pitch like that, hit type phrase. A nice fair, make like coffee also. Tea is good, but coffee also within those type pitches. Smoke gates type are a good pitch like that. This romantic kind of steamlet type fair pitches like that. I think other type ones I haven't talked about. I think other type ones I haven't talked about off here, pitch like that. Radio's hitting as well. It's like a hell good turn up and dance boogie to get towards here. Court miss, definitely just nice close. Court miss, nice, definitely pitch like that. Just close ears, I'd have to say, definitely a sizzle as far as these pitches have. So within pitch, as far as saying, just it's within a close ears type pitch as far as like being more brief and pitch like that. Hit type phrase, just kind of. So I'm more kind of quick and you good type phrase pitch like that, hit that phrase, just kind of the aspect of I'm glad and pitches like that, sounds hit that phrase. But the aspects for saying and hit type aspects for the phrase can happen. I made out with the rock stars hitting as well with these aspects like a good dance for relish and congregate to get towards here, just buffalo wings and folk system, good pitch like that for just step. Good loud pack type enjoy pitch like that. What's up with last week's Frozy Express? I'm checking in with Miss Frozy Express. I'm just good pitches of good product amongst like the aspect of like the crunk core kind of curriculum pitch like that. Definitely some hit type PLs. This is definitely within these type phrases, even though Cash is not as full bound and miss like these elements as much seemingly within the nowadays type fashion. Some hit type phrase amongst the aspect like blistering kind of former type phrase, some pitch like that. This former that would former kind of highlight. Definitely some former kind of 2010s type haunts and highlights within those type pitches, a standout type for within that consistent type bangs pitch like that. As within the I do think Kesha still makes I've heard some of these type songs within certain type fashions, like on Kesha's Instagram pitch like that. It's kind of fair as far as saying not to spoil it as full bound, but just pitch some of those type ones. So I've heard songs like Praying by Kesha and pitch like that. So hit type appeal of being able to say. Nice pitch. I think some other type ones I haven't gotten to off here. Heart Fallout's hitting as well. It's like an excellent kind of 2010s highlight to get. Actually, I think I'll talk about that one. Heart. don't think I talked about Hearts on Fire though. Hearts on Fire is like a jiving kind of boogie, nice miss. Hit song Hearts on Fire is like a jiving kind of boogie, nice type fair, nice miss, and he's like a twirl pitch like that in B-Day shots. First he's supposed to happen, even if it's not a B-Day pitch like that, get towards some of that in your system. Pitch like that, how's the week? Fares like that, just kind of gape, definitely within fares of disc, really shocked. Shocked a tad by some of these particular fares of Dame. Shocked a tad by some of these particular type fares of Damien pitch like that. Just definitely gap pitch like that. So just kind of get to the product disc. Definitely the product of your stoned AF pitch like that. Somebody's hit that phrase disc. Definitely diva looking, dazzled as fuck pitch like that, but still pretty much the funny type fare, just the particular products of disc. Now, not within the laughing type product of being like an ass cum pitch like that, but just hit that phrase of disc. Picturing how hot you would look in skinny jeans pitch like that, getting back towards some of that type of product, you should get with the trends a bit, something to pitch amongst it, and not say within the full bound of disc like being. Some of these trends might fit you pitch like that, hit that phrase from the aspect, but not within pitch a full bound kind of being abrasive full bound pitch like that, but hit abrasive full bound pitch like that, but hit that phrase amongst as far as these first game section type pitches. Fuck him, he's a DJ's hitting as well as like a traditional kind of Kesha electricity get towards here. Definitely like hit songs like Blow from Cannibal and blah 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 from Animal pitch like that, hit that phrase to some City Square kind of 2010 splash pitches like that. It's definitely the aspect. This is another good standout with Sunny's that pitches. This is one that's on Kesha's original YouTube pitch like that, so some of those hit that first. And nowadays you can find that on the Animal Deluxe Edition fairs like that, but it's a pitch as far as saying this is enough of a standout with Sunny's that pitch to kind of say it's a good particular product to like getting towards some radio type bang pitch like that. It's further type fear with some of those leftover type ones that definitely within the pitch. Now within whether or not it'd just be easier to purchase like the Animal Deluxe, which only has like one or two of these from that particular fair, or just getting like this. Definitely in the pitch. I think more or less there might be some degree of composition of picking up this particular album within the product, and I don't think it's within the product. I wouldn't say it's too much of a full bound type problem within the pitch like that within the aspect within certain type phrases. I think the money somehow goes back to Kesha, but the fair as far as saying some of these type products, number of these type tunes off your pitch like this. One of those type standouts that Kesha did keep hold of later as far as this pitch album, like some of these type ones like Butters, like Bad Girls Lament and some of those type ones. You're freaking me out pitch like that, but also with the hit type phrase as far as saying to some of those type products amongst hit type phrase. I don't think I talk about I'm the One either within pitch like that. Good aspects here. It's like a solid kind of Avril Lavigne kind of day crawl to get towards here in corner store type pickups pitch like that. Just pick up barbecue lays, chapsticks for grab like some barbecue lays for yourself, chapstick for gallon pitch like that. Hit type phrase amongst it. Just kind of shop type product within out in the fair. Just get some sun pitch like that. Particular aspects like that, sounds that pitch is very similar to Complicated, very similar to I'm With You, pitch like that, definitely out of 2002 type Avril and pitch like that, sounds hit that phrase, but it's kind of aspect to this kind of within a pop type sense, the corner store type pickups, easy within the aspect, getting some of those particular grub type, those grub type goodies, pitch like that, definitely like some tasty kind of barbecue lays, pitch like that, chapstick, definitely in the pitch, is something coming through type fair to take the edge off type phrase, pitch like that within the aspect for standard miss pitch like that, but yeah, definitely just that dredgy type sun for like 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock p.m. is like the post hour good pitch like that, and like a light lake type sense, the springtime type dredge. It's springtime and summer type dredge pitch like that as far as these phrase gonna have an excellent type pitches. So within the product, I think that takes care of amongst this album as far as these pitch kind of within the aspect kind of amongst it. Say within these particular type of appeals, as far as the aspects can have them paying attention towards here within the particular tone amongst it. 10 out of 10 within these type of appeals, definitely worth the purchase within the aspect of finding the availability. Now, it's probably on Amazon, one of those type of places, maybe eBay, something like that. Nowadays, the likelihood was probably a lot larger back in like the 2010s type fashion, but the pitch for us saying still worth the competition. And I think in a lot of senses you could you can probably just download a lot of these, because within the nowadays type fashion, it just doesn't seem as commonplace as many folks fuck with iPods as full bound pitch like that. Those are not as manufactured as much. It's probably been since like the 2010s as full bound, like those were kind of manufactured on the regular. It's the pitch for us saying just tracking down sensitive ones pitch like that, the hit type phrase for us saying plenty of these type ones in the aspect. They're all over YouTube pitch like that, so hit type appeals. Each one of these worth a download or a purchase pitch like that, so hit type phrase. Some of these Kesha has at least dropped some degree of collectives within the products of having a few of these pitch like that, so hit type appeals amongst it. But 10 social, just being able to say Playing these type ones, just the consistent kind of dance bangs on here. Playing these type ones, the court miss, real good pitch like that. The hit type period, just the embellished. Some of these type ones is further kind of shot in the arm with like the Animal and Cannibal type albums, and I Am the Dance Commander. So further type pitch amongst that, just another helping of Kesha in her prime from those particular days. I'd like to highlight where she was getting number ones left and right pitch like that. Some of those type of deals, just crunkcore EDM. Some crunkcore, EDM, MySpace type fusions, pitch like that. Some of that Hot Topic typeness, pitch like that. Plenty of those type aspects, getting some shots in your system. Just everyday type product amongst like Jack Daniels, Captain Morgan, sense of pitch like that. Plenty of stuff. Plenty of type tones, just the glitter type girls and pitch like that. Some stuff rates amongst the good X and pitches. Easy type product get turned up to, along with some weekday type crawls and pitch like that to pick up like Sonic and fairs like that. Sense of pitches to get some bills paid, some stuff fairs. So say on top of that, so just good evening, seeing some stuff products, plenty of these type pitches. Good emo scene pitch like that, kick it with some scene chicks aspects like that. As far as the hit type deals gonna happen, just some pink swag pitches like that, definitely. A little bit of Waffle House music in there as well, good pitch like that, hit type deals. But yeah, 10 social. So in terms of future, Kesha dropped an album in 2025, pitch like that within these hit type aspects. As far as the tone gonna happen, paying attention to like. Paying attention towards like the banginess and pitch like that within these hit type aspects. So tone, as far as saying hit type aspects and tone, good shot in the arm, definitely worth the purchase within pitch like that. Plenty of whopping type appeals. Consistent type fury and banger easy within pitch like that. This primary Kesha that definitely hits the nail on the head pretty easily and severely.